Yeah. Get off me! Ah! I need a beer!
Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday, y'all. Unique Trauma Obsessed. Aaron Eberhard. I'll be frank. Well, Batman went on that tree. Yeah. Went a little nuts. Tree's gone. We decided to take it down. I don't know what happened. One of the cats, probably Matthias, did something to it and it was like slumped over the chair here, so we just took it down. Cotton Candy Boobs. Hello. How you doing, girl? Hope you all are having a nice Saturday. We're getting a cold snap here. It is very cold out there. So hopefully I don't have to go anywhere today. Fingers crossed. Okay. Hello, Manny K. Heather. Xena with Fire. Hello. Puffs and Sunshine. Yep. Oh, I'm just coming out of a cold. At that point now where it's just like constant coughing. Just can't stop coughing. Hanging on by a bobby pin. There you go. Well, yeah, I figured I didn't do a live last week, so I figured I better do one this week. Yes, it is damn cold. What are we at? It's going to get colder throughout the day. But right now, we're at minus 23. Holy. Yeah, that's cold. I don't want to go outside. But we have been having some nice weather the last couple weeks, so really can't complain. This is usually the time of year when it gets really bad. End of January, start of February. Been cold in Florida too? Mm-hmm. We have different ideas of cold though. But good to see y'all. Glad y'all made it. Been missing doing these lives. It's so cold here. I went back to bed. There you go. Yeah, I woke up at, it was before 7. Coughing and coughing and coughing. I ended up getting back to sleep for a while. And I woke up at like 11. So I figured, hey, I'm up. I got nothing to do. I might as well do a live. So here I am. It's surprising what you get used to, though, Cotton. I probably wouldn't be able to handle the heat you guys get. I'd probably melt. Hey, Chaos Queen. Yeah, minus 22. Which is ridiculous. So anybody got any big weekend plans? I don't think we have anything planned. We keep saying we should do something on Mr. and Mrs. Cher, because we haven't done anything on that channel in a long time. But we still haven't done it. Sitting at 37. Oh, I wish. I could go for some 37 right now. Hey, so did you ever find out who did that to your tree? No, it's a mystery. Yeah, that poor tree has definitely suffered. And we've had that tree for a long time. My parents had that tree years and years and years ago. I think that tree's almost as old as I am, actually. But it takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Damn, why do they always wear masks? Bastards. What are you meowing about? And Charlie is annoying. He just like walks around the house meowing. Any more thoughts on creating a building channel? Absolutely, Ace. I'm gonna do it. My plans keep getting delayed. I was gonna be starting and working on it this weekend and everything, but I got sick during the week and now I still feel kind of crappy, so it's gonna take the weekend and rest. But yeah, hopefully I can start getting that together. I gotta get that thing made for Cassidy anyway. Just being lazy. But yeah, it will happen at some point, for sure. I just don't know when. Oh, man. My stomach hurts from coughing so much. Smudges and prayers for Memphis. Oh, what did I miss? Another mass shooting? I think I was just reading about one somewhere, but it wasn't Memphis. Morning, Dr. Phil. Or Phil, Doctor. Morning, good. I got a fluff on my... That's better. So... Please don't restream, just watch any news outlet. I will. Yeah. California, have had a few. I think it was in California that I was reading about one. We're having way too many of those. Well, one is too many, but it seems like once a month there's another one. People are going nuts. You ever wonder why there's like so many school shootings, and then also why Hollywood puts out so many zombie type movies? You think there's a link? Am I crazy? I think people are like losing connection with reality though, and they're devolving into like animals. Right?
Yes. I didn't hear the first part.
I'm talking about school shootings and stuff.
Oh, cotton candy boobs. I'll be frank, unique trauma obsessed, Xena. Dr. Phil, is that the real Dr. Phil? It's a different picture.
Yeah, this one's Phil Doctor, so.
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna see what's happening in Memphis.
Memphis?
Yep.
What happened there?
Something bad. People
Another-
go crazy.
Oh. Oh, I wonder if that's why Seth just called me. Was it, you were saying a school shooting?
Yeah, I don't know what all happened there.
Chaos.
This is not your channel, Cher. Shoot.
Ah.
Few too many cops have unalived in this, and man on his way home from taking sunset photos. It's so sad. Yeah. Yeah, that shit should never happen either. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one, Ace, but yeah, there's definitely something going on with humanity. We're like, we've lost our moral compass.
Oh, that's yours.
Like, for people to show any sign of being religious or anything is openly mocked. So we've definitely gone backwards in that respect. But yeah, I do think that there's something that people are, we're definitely changing as a species and not for the better.
No, it's some people just like to have a reason. They use it as an excuse to be an asshole. Like me, I don't. COVID was fine with me. Everyone can stay in their houses because, well, especially around here now. Did you tell them we got pulled over already parked?
Oh yeah,
Yo,
I never
like,
did tell people that.
That makes me not want to go out anywhere. Like,
Okay, well, like a lot of people get up in a twist about this, and I get it, but personally, I didn't care.
I
But
cared.
we
I
stopped
cared.
at the cannabis shop, and one of the girls went in to get something, and as we were sitting there, a cop drove by us, turned around, and pulled up behind us. Didn't hit his lights or anything, but then came up to the window to talk to me. And he was looking in the tailgate, flashing his light in the
He blinded us all.
back of the
At
truck.
least twice, but we were parked outside the cannabis shop. No reason. He wasn't pulled
Yep.
over for swerving, not, stopping at a stop sign. No reason. We were straight up parked there. Cassidy ran in, and so he said,
Hey, sweet
what are you
wicked.
doing? What are you buying some cannabis tonight? We're like, yeah, waiting for my daughter. Did you have cannabis before getting here? And then he flashes light at Mark's eyes again. He did look a little nervous, oh shit, I didn't expect to come up on this dude. Just thought it
Yeah,
was,
as
a
soon
car
as
full of
as soon as we
kids.
locked eyes, he was like, "Oh shit."
Oh shit. But then I so wanted his badge number and everything because I'm like, we did nothing. We did nothing wrong. There was no reason for him. And the cannabis store, I let them know, right? Because if there's anyone from Minnesota, you know the store probably Daisy Mays. One of my good friends worked there, Sean, and we were allowed to go tell the police would sit outside there, right? We were allowed to go tell the cops, bye, you're scaring off customers, you're not allowed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And they said the same thing, that next time the cops go and park out there, they're going to say, you can't scare our customers like that. That there's no way that was legal. And he didn't want to make a fuss, but I honestly wanted the kid's information. To me, he looked like he was a rookie cop. Yeah, for real. Maybe if he didn't stop at a stop sign or a stoplight and the cop followed us, no.
Had a
He
reason to
watched
pull us
us
over.
park at the cannabis store, drove by us, turned around, came up, and came right up behind us. Like, Mark sat there like, oh, he's turning around. And we were just kind of laughing. Oh, sure as shit, pulls up right behind us. Did you consume cannabis earlier today? What? Because we're here at the cannabis store that's illegal buying cannabis, you're going to ask us, did we consume cannabis earlier? Well, no, the driver was sober. He goes, well, I was just making sure you have a sober driver. Illegal as shit, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's legal up here, Sam.
Yeah, there's stores everywhere. There's more weed stores here than grocery stores.
There actually is. It's kind of funny. People prefer the devil's lettuce to romaine, I guess.
Yeah. It was ridiculous.
But yeah, they wanted to cause a big to-do about it all, and I'm thinking, this is a small town. I do not want to get into it with the cops because that's not going to go well. I don't want people, like, cops waiting to pull me over because I do something wrong all the time.
Yeah, no, I get that. But at the same time, like, there was no reason for that. So again, why is Cher a homebody? Because leaving your house, you don't know what the fuck could happen. We just did normal people things and some cop had it out. I don't like that shit one bit.
Yeah, I get it.
That's kind of why we can't do. There's not much we can do. They promised us they would re-interview all the suspects in Courtney Struble's case.
And they didn't.
Until the detectives started going around telling people stop talking to us because we're just making tons of money off of it.
Yeah.
We actually paid out of pocket. We didn't make hardly any money, as y'all know.
No, if we tallied it up, we probably broke even. I'd say at the best case scenario with that.
It ended up we paid out of pocket because we rented 2 rooms and we didn't even make that much of renting 2 hotel rooms. So it is what it is. They didn't want to do shit because they don't want to be wrong all these years.
Most people are here on YouTube to make money. Well, I mean, that's the goal, really. But some people put that as a priority above everything else, and we don't. And yeah, we did bump heads with law enforcement she's talking about the Courtney Struble case. And for those of you who don't know, that was a girl who lived here in Estevan, went missing, I want to say in 2004. It's quite a while ago. But yeah, we poked holes in, because there was a couple people that would talk to us. And we poked all kinds of holes in their stories, especially one in particular. And as soon as we did that, it's like a wall went up. Law enforcement started, they never did return our calls after that. In fact, we ended up getting, not the news, but the radio station here, they wanted to put something on the local website. And it was up for about 5 minutes, and it got taken down by the police because it's an open investigation. So the bottom line is law enforcement knows that they screwed up. They had her listed as a runaway for months and then changed that to suspicious disappearance, and then eventually, years later, changed it to likely murder. And since then, they did not re-interview anybody. Now, you tell me, if law enforcement thinks some troubled teenager ran away, do you think that they're going to be asking the witnesses and friends the same questions that they'd be asking if they thought she was murdered? I mean, if you honestly think that they do ask the same questions, type yes in the chat. But I personally don't. And since they didn't re-interview anybody, it feels like they know. They probably have a good idea of what happened, but the people that were involved were kids then and now are adults with families, and they figure it's just going to cause more chaos than anything else. So they basically just aren't doing anything. Which in a weird, sick way, I kind of get it. Because, I mean, these people that were most likely involved have spouses, have children, and all that. And the spouses and children didn't have anything to do with it, but that doesn't make it okay. A girl was murdered, and she deserves justice. Oh, yeah. And before it was Nicole, that's when we interviewed Nicole, that's when all hell broke loose, because Cher got her all fumbled up, and she actually admitted to seeing Courtney that night that she went missing. But before her story was she saw her earlier that day and didn't see her that night. So yeah, it was obvious everyone was lying. But law enforcement, because for some reason she's like the spearhead of the investigation, this Nicole. It's like everything funnels through her. It's very, very weird. But as soon as we poked holes in that, it's like, whoop, walls up. We're cut off from law enforcement, and our hands are tied. We really can't do anything about it. We actually, if you look right there, you can see a girl with the blue shirt. That's Courtney. We never got rid of this because this is one of those things. I mean, this happened where we live. And any chance I get to prove that law enforcement, we couldn't even get an answer on whether or not the reward was still active. Like, they will not tell us anything. And also, like, it says here she was last seen approximately 12:30 a.m. July 9th, 2004 in the vicinity of Highway 39 and Woodlawn Avenue in Estevan. Those two don't even meet. Like, where they're saying she went missing is a gigantic area. It doesn't even... No, where she was last seen was at the vet clinic. There's an actual address. That's where she was last seen, according to all the witnesses. She wasn't seen walking down the highway, and she certainly wasn't seen on Woodlawn Avenue, which is way the hell and gone away from the veterinary clinic. So, WTF. But yeah, we still have, I think, since my computer died, I hope I saved all that stuff on a thumb drive. I believe I did. But we still have Nicole's interview, her father Mark's interview, and her other friend Kendra's interview. So I think I'm going to put all that into a video. And I'm going to tag law enforcement, have them watch it. It's like, we found out more shit than you did. You want to see my ring? Look at my ring, my ring, my ring. So this was actually a Christmas present from the wifey. It's an amethyst. But it's like it's in a snake's mouth, kind of. So it's pretty funky. Tamieo. So yeah, amethyst is my birthstone, so that's why she got that. I'm not real big on jewelry, but she likes it. Honestly, like it's a big chunky ring. Like It is not a small ring. Makes me look like a pimp. Actually, I'm pretty sure. I'm convinced Cher is trying to make me look less and less attractive. So when I go out in public, what are you doing? So when I go out in public, you want hugs? You want hugs and loves? So when I go out in public, no one messes with me. Which I'm fine with. I don't care anyway, but yeah. Hey, buddy. Mm-hmm. This cat is so crazy. He's got to get his loves. Right, buddy? A little back scratch. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the stuff. Right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. I'm not even sure what to do with myself. I can't scratch his back for too long, though, because he starts drooling. And not just like a little bit. It's like like a faucet. And he doesn't swallow. It's weird. So he gets a little bit until I start to see the drool forming, and then I stop. Oh, oh, that breath. Whiffed. Smells like you were eating bum sandwiches. With extra bum. Don't shake your... See? Rather than like swallow or lick his lips or something, he shakes his face and slobbers his jaw all over the place. Oops. Hopefully I didn't just screw up the mic. And that's true, yeah. Her dad was willing to pay Reverend Donna to work her magic on this case, but then she backed out. He never struck me as nervous. He didn't strike me as someone who's hiding anything. So I don't think he's the one who unalived his daughter. I really don't. Well, that's where law enforcement leans and where Nicole leans. So I don't know what's going on with there. If Nicole has friends in, like, who are police or something, I don't know. But there's something very, very off there. And we also heard through the grapevine that this Nicole person unalived herself, which I don't think is true. It may be, but I mean, that's something. Is he? Well, it's not like I'm trying, y'all. Like, because I didn't even brush my hair or my beard. I smell pretty good, though. But that's about it. Actually, I don't really smell all that good. Well, I don't stink, anyway. Heidi Moon, hello. So yeah, I am thinking about trying to get an interview with law enforcement about this situation. I'm 99% sure it won't work, but I would like to at least try. Mm-hmm. That's the thing, Dr. Phil, is some have said it was a party, and some have said it was just her boyfriend, and that was it. And then his brother showed up after she left. But then others have said, yeah, there was a party, and they were all there. There's a big fire pit. So, like, it doesn't add up. Nothing adds up. And then we talked to Mark, and he had no idea. He's like, well, she was staying over the night at a friend's. That's all I knew. Yeah, that is one of the rumors. Nicole was jealous of Courtney and even wanted Courtney's boyfriend at the time. And that would actually align because Courtney's boyfriend was gone for a while. So they were actually not together. But then when he came back right away, him and Courtney started up again. And it might have been Nicole trying to get in there at that time, and then she got told no. She was angry. Yeah, we're talking about Courtney Struble. Nicole is lying. Yeah, not only is Nicole's version of events false, but she also admitted to seeing Courtney that night. And she had never said that before. That's why she wanted to look at at what she said to law enforcement. She actually got in contact with them, wanted to reread her statement before our interview. And law enforcement was totally okay with that, by the way, why? Like, that's absolutely stupid. This is an ongoing, now it's a murder investigation, and you want people to be able to reread what they said so it's refreshed in their minds? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So yeah, all of my attention would go at Nicole. And she thought that she was way smarter than Cher, than me. She thought, oh, these people are just going to ask me what happened and let it go, and that's it. It's not what we do. We just open the door and let people talk. We don't try and corner them. We don't try and say, well, wait, you said this, now you're saying that. No, we just let them say whatever. And then afterwards, then we can say, well, she said this. We have it on film, but that's not what she was saying before. And also, she said this person said that. And then that's when we can poke holes in it. Yeah, I've never heard that before either, Chaos Queen. And she volunteered, like Nicole volunteered that information with us, which was another odd thing. Like, why she would tell us. It's like she really, really underestimated what we do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it got really uncomfortable after the interview because we just kind of wanted to be done with her and she didn't want to leave. It was, yeah, odd. Yeah. She wanted the interview to be live too. Of course, the actual live interview, we were having audio problems from what I remember. But I should have pretty good audio on the video because I recorded it while we were doing it. The only problem is this camera will only record for half an hour and then it stops automatically. So there's like a half-hour recording and then it misses like 30 seconds, and then by the time I get it started again. Hey, Lucia. And keep your sword and shield at your sides. Yep. Yeah, that's one thing about being in a small town. It's like, I know if we start poking at the cops around here, we're going to end up having problems. Like, I knew cops in town here when I was a kid. They were good guys. But as I got older, there was a couple I knew that are absolute pieces of shit. And now those ones are higher ups. And like anytime we've gone in there, like when I went in to report that internet scam, people were posting things, houses that were listed for sale. They were taking pictures of the house, taking those pictures, and then re-uploading them and listing the place for rent for a good deal, and then taking people's security deposits and then vanishing. When I went in there and reported that, it's like they didn't even want to take the report. It's like it was a burden for them. And I thought, wait, people are scamming members of this community and you don't care? Like, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Just unreal. And it was kind of a similar thing when Cher had to go and report, oh God, I can't remember his name. That stupid guy who thinks he's a cowboy, calls himself Colonel. I can't even remember his name. But his crew kept calling Cher and were threatening to kill her and stuff, so we had to go and report that. They didn't do anything, and he honestly, he didn't even seem to care. He's like, well, you just don't go on social media or whatever, and yeah. It's like, idiot, they already know where she lives. She doesn't have to be on social media. If they wanted her, they could find her. But yeah, go figure. It's like, no, we brought that to your attention in October. I even filled out the report. But yeah, now Estevan, the crack police squad can't get nothing past us. We're all about protecting our citizens. No, you're not. All you want is just to get people who are going 5 miles an hour over the speed limit or coasting through a stop sign so you can take their money. You're not interested in helping anybody. FTP. Crime Stories Obsessed. Hello. Oh. Hey, buddy. You want more attentions? Yeah. Okay. Run for mayor, make changes. Be the first mayor ever to get assassinated. I could never run for political office of any kind because I would get assassinated or framed instantly. Because there's so much I would change, even on the city level. Are you trying to get in my face? Yeah, please do. And if you want to get information or whatever, ignore my dirty fingernail. I don't know why I got such black crap on my fingernail. But yeah. Feel free to call that number. This is not doxing. This is public info. Oh, and I accidentally covered up the... There's also the local city police department. If you do happen to have any information regarding Courtney Struble or know of her whereabouts, please contact the Estevan Police Department at 306-634-4767. And it says, or call, and then there's no other number except down here. Which is the Missing Children Society. Yeah, there's one local in particular. Whenever he sees us, he stops us and he talks to us about it. He's like, I really want you guys to keep pushing because I think you're going to crack this case. And it's like, well, I love the sentiment, and believe me, that would make us absolutely ecstatic, but how do you force police to do their job? I mean, all law enforcement has to do, all they would have to do is round everybody up, interview them again, and you'll find out pretty quick who's lying, and then start pushing. Like, I mean, a girl went missing. She's dead. It's not okay to just let it go because it's been so long and these other people have moved on and have families of their own. It doesn't make it okay. Thank you, Doodle. But yeah, I mean, we get in these cases and we care about them and we try to make a difference. We try to find information. But is that even the right way of doing things? I don't know. I mean, you got these other people who just go to suspects' houses and scream at them and threaten them and just basically do anything horrible that they can, follow them around, get them fired, whatever. And you would not believe, I was honestly shocked. Someone put this up on YouTube. It's a new app or website or something, and it accurately shows how much people get paid from super chats, just super chats on YouTube. And like it's shocked me to see that these you know who the ones that I'm talking about are, these ones that show up at the houses and scream. They're making over 100,000, over 50,000 just from super chats. Just from super chats. It doesn't include memberships. It doesn't include YouTube revenue, like ad revenue. That doesn't include PayPal or Cash App or Venmo. Like, honestly, like, these people show up houses and scream, and in a couple of years they make six figures, which is insane. And then here's Cher and me. Last month I made $100. I barely broke the $100 threshold, and I think that was because somebody actually gave me a super chat for 50. Because yeah, we don't do that shit. But that's just the way it goes. But I was really, I didn't expect it to be that high. Hey, Squid. It is a cold case, Squid. It is turned over to the, it's not called the cold case department, but that's who runs it now, as far as the Courtney Struble case goes. And it's them that have the issue with us. It's whoever's in that, I can't remember her name, but seems to be like a friend of Nicole. So that's making it basically, as soon as we outed Nicole for lying, we were blocked out. And I mean, what could we do? We had to do that interview, and it just sucks that that's where it went. It's BS haters need to be gone. Well, unfortunately, people would much rather watch that. I don't know why, but that's just the way it is. Like I said before, people are changing as a species and not for the better. It seems to be we just want to see violence. We want to see pain and suffering and all that. And we just lap that shit up. People just want to complain and whine as if they do not do that already at the house they live in. They're just unhappy about everything in life, including their own money. Yeah, true. Yeah. And that's true. Mark has always wanted answers about what happened to his daughter. And when we interviewed him, he didn't seem to me like he was holding anything back. He gave full answers, fully cooperated. And yeah, it seemed like he was hoping that we were going to help the investigation. Definitely not the vibe we got with Nicole. Nicole started in before, like as soon as she walked in that room, and I kind of wait to see what people's reaction is, because Mark walked in the room and he saw the camera and he saw these big lights and everything. He's like, whoa. But he wasn't like scared, whoa. He was like, oh, this is good. When she walked in, she was instantly uncomfortable and like trying to say, oh, I can't wear my glasses now because of the glare and everything. It's a softbox light. There is no glare. But she was looking for any reason just to, it's like she wanted to get out of it. But she kind of already gave her word. So she kind of trapped herself. But yeah, it's weird. But yeah, I would like to do more of that case. At some point, we will for sure. Yeah, we were having major audio problems. But the audio from, because I recorded it on this camera too, the audio from that should be good. So yeah, we should actually, I have to find the thumb drive, or a little USB drive. I'm pretty sure it's on there, and we should post it. Always carry sunglasses, people. Yep. Same peeps as Jeff. Yeah, there is an overlap there. And that's another one you just can't seem to get any answers about. Yeah, Marie, I'll look for it. Yeah, she wasn't shy. No, she was cocky. I think she underestimated us. Underestimated everybody because, I mean, when Cher interviews somebody, like when we interview somebody, I'm focusing on capturing them as good as possible. And Cher's focusing on getting all the questions out there and giving them as much time as they want to respond and just to say whatever they want. She doesn't try to steer them anywhere. So that's why Courtney screwed herself, because she started giving volunteering information that we didn't know, and it was contradictory to what she had previously told us. So that's when, like, we were both hearing it like live in the moment, realizing, oh shit, but we still had to put on that face like it's just an interview. We're just blank recorders. We're not going to say, wait a second, you said this and now you're saying that, so what is it? Tell us. Nothing like that, because that just shuts the person down. So we just let them talk and talk and talk. So yeah, her interview was, I want to say, was over 2 hours long, actually. The cousin was Nicole's cousin. Yeah. And it was the cousin who actually told us that Nicole was with Courtney that night. So when Cher brought it up in the middle of the interview, and kind of like in passing, Nicole admitted it, and we tried to downplay it as much as we could, but it's like she just admitted she was there when she told law enforcement she wasn't. Like, that's a pretty big matzo ball to be hanging out there, and it wasn't good enough for law enforcement. So yeah, I will definitely see if we can find it, and we'll go through it again. No, I think my recorded version, you won't hear Cher very well, but you should hear Nicole crystal clear. So hopefully we can find it. I'm 99%. I know I put it on a thumb drive for sure before the computer crashed. It's just a question of where all those thumb drives went when we moved. Yeah, there is a lot to that, because all those people that were that age around then are, well, this was 2004, so they're in their mid to late 20s now. If I did that math right, early 30s. So yeah, it is like it's kind of like a I know what you did last summer kind of thing. Yeah, I could, Mary. Yeah. It would take a long time, but I could. Mary, we thought it could have been, but I think now we just think it was Nicole using a fake account. Because it is weird. I mean, like, if you think about it, if someone you dated as a teenager goes missing and you had nothing to do with it, and 20 years later someone's trying to get the case kickstarted again, I mean, wouldn't you want to help? Wouldn't you want justice? It's just, I mean, I get like the whole move on thing, but unless you have a real good idea of what happened and you don't want to open up a can of worms in your own life, you would be talking to people. I mean, if a girl I dated when I was 15, 16 years old went missing, I wouldn't care if someone come to me now. Like 30 years later, I'd be like, yeah, what do you want to know? I'll tell you anything. If you think you got a lead to go on to find out who did it, 100%, I'm with you. I don't think Nicole stayed with the father. I'll double check that with Cher, but I don't believe so. I know, like, they knew each other. Like, Courtney had stayed at Nicole's house and vice versa. You know, sleepovers and stuff. But yeah, it was a whole lot of weirdness. But yeah, I will look for that and see if we can find that, because see if we can even just do another series of live streams where we replay all of the interviews that we did too. But yeah, I shall have a look for it today. Oh, I guarantee, Mary, she's my number one suspect for sure. Because she's been the one that everything basically had to go through. And when Cher first started digging into this case, Nicole was basically threatening her. Then she was her buddy. And then after we interviewed her and we all poked holes in everything she was saying, then all of a sudden, that's when the walls went up. That's when law enforcement said we were just out for money, which was stupid of them to say, because it just made them look very, very petty. And that thing on the local news outlet got taken down right away. It's just, yeah, very, very, very large conspiracy in a very small town. Something ain't adding up. Yeah, they said she ran away. That was the party line for months. And then it was suspicious disappearance for a long time. And it wasn't for years until they finally declared it a murder. Alley Cat, that's Courtney Struble. I'll type it in the chat. Yeah. A couple people have mentioned that she didn't get along very well with her stepmom, which, I mean, okay, a teenage girl not getting along with her stepmom, I mean, is that far-fetched at all? I think it would be more odd if she did get along with her stepmom. I remember being a teenager and all the girls around me were just, the things they said about their mothers in particular were vile. Like, this is not, it's not new to me. But yeah, I will look for that and see if we can't find that. I did want to do a full documentary on Courtney. Unfortunately, it's going to be, we're kind of stopped in our tracks, but I could just put everything we have so far together. Yeah, it could be, Marie. It could be. I wouldn't rule anything out at this point, but Kendra was a bit strange. Like, she didn't strike me as mean or vindictive, but just a little bit odd. Updates about Leilani. No, as far as I know, her court date is coming up, and yeah, I mean, it's most likely she'll be found guilty. I would like to see her actually plead guilty, but I don't think it's going to happen. And Cher still talks with BJ all the time. It's just not on YouTube. Lucia, she was 13 or 14 when she went missing. She was born November of 1990, so yeah, she was 13 turning 14 in July when she went missing of 04. Hey, Mike. So, yeah, I'll get on that. See if I can find those drives and stuff. Try and get something put together. Get that back up on there. Maybe we can get some more buzz generated about it. I mean, might as well do something. It seems like we're stalled on these other cases. Like Quentin Simon, there's nothing much to talk about. So I guess we go into a new case or stick with this one. Yeah, that's very true. They usually don't. But all right, y'all. So that's been an hour, so I'm going to cut this one off. But I want to say thanks to everyone for hanging. And we shall catch you guys tonight or tomorrow on this channel, or Mr. Cher, or on Cher's channel. One of us will be going live again. Watched many missing people documentaries, and some of the global elite are involved. Yeah, you never know. The whole Illuminati and Pizzagate and all that. Holy. I mean, there's a lot of evidence showing that stuff's true, but I really want to hope. I really want to believe that it's not, because, I mean, we're just doomed. Well, there's a real low note to end this stream on. Thanks for watching, everybody. Love you guys. Hope you have an awesome rest of your weekend. Stay warm, stay safe, and we'll catch you on the next one. And until then, this is True Crime Productions, the Prairie Boy 77, a.k.a. Prairie Boy 77, a.k.a. Mr. Cher, a.k.a. the Beard of Reason, a.k.a. the Voice of Reason, saying good day, good night, and God's